You feel the phantom of every loss before it even happens. That promotion you didn't get. You felt the sting of the rejection email 3 months in advance. That person you're attracted to. You've already played out the humiliation of their indifference. This isn't anxiety, this is a neurological curse. You are trapped in a perpetual simulation of defeat, and it is making you predictable, hesitant, and weak. Your competition isn't smarter. They're simply not afraid of the ghosts you talk to every day. They have mastered a dual-state consciousness you were told is impossible. They act with the unshakable biochemistry of a victor while strategically moving with the brutal, unencumbered freedom of a man with nothing left to burn. This is not mindset. This is cognitive warfare. And the side that controls the simulation of reality wins every single time. You are about to hack the simulation. The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps and a lion to frighten wolves. Machiavelli. Society didn't just teach you to fear loss. It engineered your nervous system to prioritize threat avoidance over reward acquisition. This is a deliberate design flaw installed in the intelligent, the conscientious, the nice. Why? Because a predictable, risk-averse population is governable, controllable, exploitable. Your fear isn't a bug, it's a feature of your oppression. But there is a kill switch. It requires you to bifurcate your consciousness. One hemisphere must bathe in the neurochemical bath of victory, while the other operates from the cold, mathematical zero of total strategic bankruptcy. This is the psychological equivalent of quantum superposition, existing in two contradictory states simultaneously to collapse the classical game into one you control. By the end of this, your perception of reality will be weaponized. Your fear will become a dashboard, not a dictator. And every person who ever underestimated you will suddenly find they're playing chess against a ghost. If these ideas resonate with you, hit that subscribe button for more top-tier content. Also, drop a "no fear" in the comments, so I know you're ready. Let's dive in. Your first task is pharmacological, not philosophical. You must become an artisan of your own endocrine system. Victory and defeat are not abstract concepts. They are specific chemical cocktails flooding your bloodstream, dictating your posture, your vocal tonality, your decision tree. Cortisol, the loss chemical, narrows your vision, speeds your heart, and prepares you for retreat. Dopamine and serotonin, the victory chemicals, create peripheral awareness, steady your hands, and generate gravitational pull. You have been dosing yourself with cortisol by rehearsing loss. Today, you begin prescribing yourself victory. The protocol is precise. For 90 seconds, 3 times daily, you will not visualize. You will embody. You will sit in a chair, close your eyes and drop into the specific, tactile memory of a moment you unequivocally won. Not a happy memory, a victorious one. The moment you outmaneuvered someone, the moment you were validated after being doubted, the moment you stood your ground and watched someone back down. Feel the temperature of that room. Hear the exact tone of voice used. See the shift in their eyes. Your amygdala, the threat detector, cannot distinguish this memory from present reality. It begins signaling threat neutralized. Cortisol production plummets. Your prefrontal cortex, the strategist, comes back online. You are not building confidence. You are performing a chemical override. Within 7 days of this triple daily hijack, your baseline neurochemistry tilts. You will walk into rooms already flooded with the biochemistry of a closed deal. People will feel this at a primal level. They will attribute it to presence or charisma. It is neither. It is cold, biochemical warfare. You have hacked the starting condition of every interaction. Now, we dismantle the architecture of your fear with forensic accounting. You operate from a ledger of perceived value, where every relationship, job, and social standing is an asset you're terrified to depreciate. This ledger is a fiction. We will burn it. Take a physical notebook. On the left page, list every single thing you are afraid to lose. Your job, your reputation, that specific person's approval, your savings. On the right page, you will perform the 0-point calculation. If this was reduced to 0 tomorrow, what is the actual material cost? Not the emotional story, the tangible outcome. For your job, calculate your runway, 6 months of expenses, a year. That is your freedom number, not your prison sentence. For that person's approval, what doors does it actually open? What tangible resource does it provide? You will find in 97% of cases, the asset is illusory. The fear is a phantom limb. This audit reveals your strategic flaw. The worst-case scenario is almost always a temporary inconvenience, not a catastrophe. This realization is not depressing. It is the most liberating strategic intelligence you will ever possess. When you know to the decimal point what your collapse actually looks like and see it is survivable, often mundane, the emotional charge vanishes. What remains is a simple cost-benefit analysis. You are no longer a gambler protecting his stack. You are a physicist observing mass and velocity. This is the foundation of true power dynamics, the detachment that comes from precise, unemotional measurement. Here is where you weaponize the duality. You will begin emitting a signal that paralyzes the predictive algorithms of everyone around you. Human brains are prediction engines. They observe behavior to model future actions, creating a sense of safety and control. You are about to transmit two contradictory behavioral signatures simultaneously, creating what in cybernetics is called a paradox signal. Signal A, the victor's biofeedback, relaxed posture, slowed blink rate, minimal unnecessary movement, a vocal pitch anchored in the chest. Signal B, the 0-point operative, a willingness to abruptly disengage, to change direction without explanation, to burn a bridge without sentimentality. Individually, these signals are readable. Combined, they create cognitive dissonance in the observer. They cannot categorize you. Are you a satisfied king or a desperate rogue? The brain, faced with incompatible data, defaults to threat. You become unpredictably powerful. In negotiation, this means you are both deeply satisfied, suggesting you don't need the deal, and utterly detached, suggesting you'll walk away without a flicker of emotion. In social dynamics, you are both warmly present and coldly unreachable. This isn't manipulation. It is the authentic expression of your new internal state. You are both. You have the chemistry of victory and the strategic posture of zero. The resulting behavioral output is a form of social judo. You use their need for predictability to throw them off balance. Their confusion is your leverage. Victory chemistry and 0-point detachment are the fuels. Now we install the engine, process possession. You must transfer the religious fervor you once applied to outcomes to the sanctity of execution itself. The what must become utterly boring. The how must become an obsession. The writer obsessed with the bestseller list chokes. The writer obsessed with the rhythm of the sentence enters a flow state where the book writes itself. This is the core of high-performance psychology, weaponized. You will engineer your environment and your habits to make the process addictive. You will gamify the repetition. You will measure only the inputs you control, hours of deep focus, quality of preparation, consistency of practice. The outcomes, the wins, the losses, are merely data points to adjust the process. This severs the neural link between action and anxiety. When you are playing the game for the sake of the game's own aesthetics, you are untouchable. A competitor playing for status is brittle. A competitor playing for the purity of the contest is relentless. This is how you build an empire of momentum while your rivals are building sandcastles of hope. Your emotional energy, once siphoned by future tripping, is now reinvested entirely into the present moment mechanics of dominance. This creates a flywheel effect. Mastery begets calm. Calm begets better decisions. Better decisions beget more mastery. You are no longer climbing a mountain. You are falling in love with the texture of the rock. From this state of obsessive calm, we activate Machiavelli's fox, the master of strategic observation. Most people are broadcasting. Their words, their reactions, their emotional leaks are a constant data stream. You are about to switch to receive-only mode. Your new primary goal in any interaction is not to be understood, but to understand. Not to impress, but to decrypt. You will practice the 80-20 rule of silence. You speak only 20% of the time, and 80% of that is questions designed to expose psychological architecture. What makes that important to you? What would happen if you lost it? What are you assuming that I might not be? This silent, probing detachment accomplishes two things. First, it starves the manipulator of the emotional reaction they feed on. Second, it provides you with a map of their internal pressures, their hidden fears, their true leverage points. You are not having a conversation, you are conducting a silent audit of their strategic weaknesses. This is the essence of dark psychology. Not to control, but to see the control mechanisms already in play. When you see the strings, you cannot be puppeted. Your silence becomes a void into which they project their own insecurities. They will fill the silence with concessions, with explanations, with self-incrimination. You need only listen and calculate. Simultaneously, you must master the lion's non-verbal proclamation. This is not aggression, it is gravity. Gravity does not argue, it simply is, and it dictates the orbit of everything around it. Your gravity is projected through physiological sovereignty, deliberate movement, sustained eye contact that borders on discomfort, the comfortable occupation of physical space. You do not fidget. You do not blink rapidly. You do not nod to pacify. You are a still point in a chaotic world. This gravitational pull is amplified 1,000-fold by your internal 0 point. When people sense that you are emotionally detached from their approval, their tools of social coercion, disapproval, guilt, ostracization, lose all force. They are waving a plastic sword at a tank. Your calm becomes terrifying. Your lack of desperation becomes magnetic. In the animal kingdom, predators do not chase the healthiest prey. They target the one that broadcasts fear through erratic movement. Your lion-like stillness signals that you are not prey. You are not even a hunter. You are part of the landscape, a permanent, immovable feature. This is how you command respect without asking for it. By becoming a geological fact in a world of weather vanes. The final law is integration. You must learn to exist in the superposition, the victor and the 0 point entity, not as alternating states, but as a single, fused reality. This is the pinnacle of strategic consciousness. In physics, superposition is when a particle exists in multiple states until observed. You are that particle. You hold the potential of victorious abundance and catastrophic loss in your mind simultaneously, without allowing either to collapse your wave function into a single, predictable state. In practice, you prepare for a meeting with the biochemical certainty of victory, neurochemical hijack, while having a signed resignation letter in your briefcase, 0 point audit. You enter a relationship from a place of abundant self-worth, lion's gravity, while being mentally prepared to walk away at the first sign of compromise, fox's silence. This is not schizophrenia. It is strategic ambidexterity. It allows you to operate with total commitment and total detachment in the same moment. This is the mindset that built empires and won wars. It is the ability to care deeply about the mission while holding all personnel, including yourself, as expendable assets. It is ruthless love. It is detached passion. It is the ultimate cognitive hack. When you achieve this, you become a walking paradox that the conventional world cannot process, cannot predict, and cannot defeat. The implementation triggers a cascade, a series of self-reinforcing feedback loops that cement your new reality. Loop 1. Your victory chemistry makes you calmer. Your calm improves decision-making. Better decisions lead to more victories. Loop 2. Your zero-point posture makes you fearless. Your fearlessness attracts opportunity. New opportunities expand your zero-point floor. More savings, more options. A higher floor makes you even more fearless. Loop 3. Your process obsession yields mastery. Mastery yields respect. Respect yields social capital. Social capital fuels more opportunities for mastery. You are no longer building a life. You are engineering a psychological singularity, a point where your internal state warps external reality to its own image. People will call you lucky. They will attribute your success to talent or circumstance. They will not see the silent daily architecture of neurochemical hijacks, zero-point audits, and paradoxical signaling. They will see only the unshakable man who wins without seeming to try, who walks away without seeming to care. They will never know that you hacked the fundamental code of human motivation, that the only way to truly win is to act as if you already have, while thinking as if you have nothing left to lose. This is your emancipation from the pre-programmed simulation of fear. The tools are now in your hands: the biochemical hijack, the forensic audit, the paradox signal. These are your keys to the cage. If you understand that your fear was never a protector but a jailer, type "no fear" in the comments below. Let that be your first transmitted paradox signal to the algorithm and to yourself. If you are ready to exit the collective hallucination of scarcity and step into the engineered reality of unassailable power, you need to be here. This channel is the command center for the cognitive war you didn't know you were fighting. We don't heal wounds here. We forge the scars into armor. We don't seek validation. We dismantle the machinery that demands it. If you are done being a data point in someone else's simulation of control, subscribe now. The next video is the logical, terrifying, and liberating next step. It teaches you how to identify and permanently disable the emotional levers that people have been using to control you since childhood. And whatever you do, don't stop now. The on-screen video matters more than you can currently conceive. It contains a strategic insight that binds everything you just learned into an unbreakable chain of command over your own psyche. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. I'll see you there. See what others miss. Know what others fear. Become who others can't.